to bring in now EP Wealth Advisors Managing Director of Investments, Adam Phillips. Adam, so I think it's fascinating that, and I couldn't even find the words at the top of the block just now about how the Wall Street once again has just decided, not worried about that inflation print. We saw that last month. We saw it again today. What do you make of that?
Well, I think sometimes Wall Street reminds me of my kids and this ability to have selective hearing. And I think that's really what we're seeing. Over the last several weeks, we've seen the market really focus on the positives and not so much on the risks. We know inflation, whether it's yesterday's CPI report or today's PPI print, is a problem. But for now, I think the market is focusing on the positives, and that's the fact that earnings growth is really, really strong. It's coming in quite a bit stronger than expected, and I think that is what's really driving the enthusiasm here.
Well, tech is driving a big piece of this. We're looking at NVIDIA and Apple, new highs there. You've got this rebound happening in the semiconductor space as well. But you bring up a key point, a macro point, that is there truly a disconnect between Wall Street and Main Street? Is there?
Yeah, look, I think that there certainly appears to be. I'll be speaking actually to a large group of our clients in San Diego next week, and some of them submitted questions ahead of time, and a lot of it is really just this, really trying to reconcile what they're seeing in the headlines and in the news versus what they're seeing in their account statements, and the fact that the market continues to go higher. And they're certainly not complaining about this performance, but it is hard to reconcile. And we know that one of the themes here over the last couple of years has been this K-shaped economy. I think one thing that will ultimately determine where we go from here is the duration of the war in the Middle East, because we know with yesterday's CPI print, we know that we are seeing negative real wage growth. And over time, that will start to really hit confidence a little bit more in spending decisions.
Yeah, and you say in your research that eventually energy prices are going to bite. Again, we might get another example of that tomorrow. But at the same time, we do now have Kevin Warsh confirmed as the next Federal Reserve Chairman. That happening today. Jerome Powell going to be staying, which is an interesting dichotomy. There might be some fireworks there. Adam, your reaction?
Absolutely. I do expect an interesting environment for sure. I do not envy Kevin Warsh's role right here. Certainly after we saw the number of dissents at the last FOMC meeting, I don't think I've really envied the Fed chair's role for the last several years. So this is nothing new, but it's going to be really interesting because we know that things are really becoming a lot more balanced between both sides of the mandate, whether it's focusing on labor growth and the health of the labor markets and inflation. We've seen jobs are actually coming in a bit stronger. We know there's some underlying weakness, but I think a lot of people are now focusing on the inflation story where the pressures really just aren't abating just yet.
Yeah, the Wall Street Journal has a piece out this morning, Jerome Powell's inflation legacy for Kevin Warsh, and it says he may be wondering why he ever signed up for the job. Adam, real quick before we go, we got about a minute until the bells ring. As we move into the next couple of weeks, you've got President Trump over in China right now. We could get some more trade clarity there. What are you going to be watching?
Absolutely. I'll be watching. There's a few things. There's a few reasons why this visit is so important. Really what it means for the future of the trade relationship between the U.S. and China. If anything comes out of this that has an impact on the war in the Middle East. But I think what's really interesting and timely right now is that this could be a way to really determine what the rules of engagement will be with artificial intelligence between two really big players going forward. So that's what I'll be keeping an eye on.
Adam Phillips, we've got the balloons going. We're ready to go. Thank you so much for joining me. The S&P, the NASDAQ closing at all-time highs. The Dow lagging behind.